warm welcome. You're watching Viewpoint with me, Grihatul Siddiqui. Now today, we discuss the tenets of unity. Well, no, it isn't a moral science class that I intend to take through this particular broadcast, though the opposition parties are free to take notes. Now, the meeting of leaders of 15 opposition parties in Patna, in Bihar, on June 23rd only signals an urgency, a new kind of urgency among them to coordinate their campaigns against the Bharatiya Janata Party in the run-up to the 2024 general elections. Even if that were to be termed as a hurried bunch trying to botch up the entire definition of unity. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has called it a quote-unquote war cry of a united opposition for the rebirth of a secular democratic India. But really, do they even have a common strategy? Because just days after the Patna meeting supposedly to build consensus, cracks have begun to appear. The Aam Aadmi Party, for starters, would rather have a chai pe charcha with Rahul Gandhi over an ordinance against centre's control of services in the national capital, and with that not achieved, even boycott the photo opportunity and press meet that legitimized the big meeting. In fact, just a month ago, the Aam Aadmi Party had accused the Congress government in Chhattisgarh of turning the state into a hub of corruption as it was about to kick off their MP poll campaign. So even as the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena is trying to portray this opposition bloc as the Wagner Group rebellion that is giving nightmares to the Russian President Vladimir Putin, also going on to claim in the same breath that this united opposition would leave the ruling dispensation rattled, other parties are finding it really difficult to find common ground yet. Another instance is Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury mocking at his own party's attempt to build an anti-BJP bloc for 2024. The Congress Bengal unit chief lets his feud with Mamata Banerjee get the better of him as he rules out the possibility of allowing the party's fight against Mamata Banerjee to wane, claiming that the Congress will always be fighting the Trinamool Congress. Needless to say, on the face of it all is the big question: is the opposition unity on thin ice?
क्या ये कांग्रेस के साथ में समझौता करना चाहते हैं, कांग्रेस का समर्थन लेना चाहते हैं या कांग्रेस को इससे दूरी बनाना चाहते हैं?
देखिए, मैं तो कांग्रेस पार्टी से एक ही सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी कि क्या वो देश के संविधान के साथ है, क्या वो लोकतंत्र के साथ है, क्या वो संघीय ढांचे के साथ है, या वो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के साथ है?
की बखूबी मालूम हो चुके हैं कि इस बार पंचायत चुनाव में ये सारे उनके मतदान संतरण पार्टी के खिलाफ जाएंगे।
ഇതെല്ലാം ബിജെപിയെ സുഖിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നരേന്ദ്ര മോദിയെ സുഖിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് 2024 അജണ്ടയാണ് കേരളത്തിലെ സിപിഎം നടപ്പിലാക്കുന്നത്.
So this is what the state of affairs is. Even as the opposition parties claim that there is a united front that they are posing in front of the Bharatiya Janata Party because they are wanting to actually take on the prowess of Bharatiya Janata Party, claiming that they will be a bigger united force against them ahead of the 2024 elections. But where is the unity continues to remain the big question. The feud between the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party is pretty much evident. So is the the Trinamool Congress and the Congress Party when it comes to the state of West Bengal. We are saying that the battle lines are only getting drawn further considering the panchayat polls are in the offing 8th of July. This is also going to be erupting when it is about the state of West Bengal. How in the face of it all is the opposition really talking about a unity remains the big question. How at all is the Uddhav faction of Shiv Sena comparing this entire unity to the Wagner Group rebellion? How is that even justified? How is it even a formidable force against the BJP where there are chinks in their armor, if at all it was an armor? That also remains to be the big question. On that note, let me actually open it to my guests who continue to be with us on the broadcast. They, of course, will be offering their own particular perspective. Anila Singh of the BJP will be joining us in a short while. In fact, she is there with us on the broadcast. Abbas Haider of the Samajwadi Party is with us. And in some time, we'll also have a member of the Congress Party and the Trinamool Congress. Let's hope they join us on this debate. But Abbas Haider, let me begin with you. Since we talk about the opposition unity, where is the unity is the big question. There are so many rebellions, whether they are short ones or long term. that are continuing to actually rear their ugly head in the face of this unity that you guys are talking about?
All the opposition parties are united against the misrule of Bharatiya Janata Party, and the binding force for the opposition, the people of India, 1400 million people of this country, they are supporting the opposition party because this is the first time. There is no second front, there is no third front. There is one front comprising of all the political parties of this country and the people of India, with the support of the people of India against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Yes, there has been differences amongst some political parties, and most of those differences are being sorted out. And if there has been a certain a difference between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party, I'm quite sure that this will be sorted in a short period of time. But yes, because this is above party politics.
Mr. Hussain, Mr. Haider, are you living under a rock? Because there are fresh statements that have come out. Whether it is from the Aam Aadmi Party, whether it is from the Congress Party, it's not a difference. They're actually sparring and at a huge level. And it's not just about the ordinance anymore. When it is about the BJP, as far as taking on the BJP in the national capital is concerned, they are going after the Congress Party. If at all they are beginning their campaign in Madhya Pradesh, then also they are going after the Congress Party. Talk about MP or even Rajasthan. How do you think this difference that you're terming it as is at all going to be leveled?
See, first of all, there has been difference among all the political parties, and they will continue. But there has been consensus on one particular issue, and that issue is that all the parties, all the opposition parties will jointly fight the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is a reality. Second thing, as far as I'm concerned, last statement I heard from Aam Aadmi Party chief was he was seeking support from the Congress, and I'm sure that all of these disputes will be resorted. Give us some time. But there is one thing, Bharatiya Janata Party, because this particular election is not about party politics, not about how many seats which party is getting. It is about the constitution of our country. It is about the social justice of our nation. That is very important. And all the parties, all the leaders have gone beyond their interest, gone beyond the interest of their political party for the better interest of the nation.
Okay. All right. I'll get in fact, Monojit Mandal, Professor Monojit Mandal of the TMC is also with us on the broadcast, and I'd let you respond to what Mr. Abbas Haider has just said, Monojit. Even if, and let me also allow me to welcome Sujata Paul of the Congress Party, who is also now with us. Monojit, just respond to what the member of the Samajwadi Party has just said. Talking about differences, but if we talk about the Congress and the TMC specifically, they are not differences, they are proper fight. They are actually having their daggers drawn. In fact, Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury of the Congress Party is claiming that the Congress is always going to be fighting Mamata Banerjee. So how is the unity at all going to come about?
No, you have the similar fight between Congress and CPIM. They are fighting each other in Kerala, but they are united in other parts of the country, including in Tripura, and even, broadly speaking, nationally. So I think my good friend from Samajwadi Party was just trying to hint at this particular issue, that this country is diverse, this country is full of diversity, the differences will be there. I think differences are most fascinating part of our democracy, which one particular party by the name of BJP is trying to destroy. When you destroy difference, that means you are actually destroy the variety of democracy. You destroy the communal harmony even among differences. You destroy the very idea of India. Look at BJP has got no other allies to bank upon. So they will talk about all these things. We have got at least 17, 18 parties coming together, one under one single umbrella, that is United India. And they have a consensus that they will fight this political party which is out to destroy the country, the constitution of the country, the institutions of the country, using the machinery of the government for their political benefit. They have come to this consensus that we will fight them together. Yes.
Will the TMC stop fighting the Congress Party when it is about West Bengal?
Yes, we are. At the local level, there will be differences. That is very much possible. That doesn't mean that, when it comes to saving the nation, saving the idea of India, saving the economy of the country, bringing smile to the people of this country, giving jobs to the young people. And when it comes to these questions, even in the parliament, inside the parliament, Griha, you have seen how All India Trinamool Congress did support other political parties, including the Congress. Even on the case of Rahul Gandhi's, dismissal as a member of the parliament, TMC was strongly backing him.
Okay.
So these issues are there. Yes, Congress has to reciprocate. Congress has to expand their heart. We understand. But this Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, we don't really count on this person.
Okay.
He has single-handedly destroyed Congress, which was my party 25 years back. He has single-handedly destroyed Congress in Bengal, but that's their problem. That's the problem of the Congress. We are not really concerned with that. But it's come to idea of India. We are going to work with the Congress and all other political parties.
Okay, so on that note, let me actually bring in the member of the Congress party, Sujata Paul. The Congress seems to be the fulcrum, whether it is association with the Aam Aadmi Party or the Trinamool Congress in the state of West Bengal. Even as we talk about opposition unity, your leader is sparring with the West Bengal Chief Minister. How is the unity going to come about?
This country is very diverse and we are united in our diversity, and that is what the Bharatiya Janata Party stands against. So this is a contest and a fight between two ideologies. One that wants to save India's constitution and its democracy, the other which is hitting out at our democracy, undermining our constitutional institutions. And today, all those people who are against that kind of divisive ideology will come together. Because most of this country actually stands with Gandhi, not Godse. And as far as BJP, RSS combine is concerned, they are the only ones who stand with the Godses of this country. And therefore, when we talk about coming together for another larger purpose, we will be together. Let's not forget that democracy was established in this country by the Congress party, and everybody is respected for the parties that they created and the work that they did and how they took it forward. So whether it is Mamta Di or it is anybody else in the country, if you look at them, we all understand that they are part of this country. Well, today, when it comes to fighting the ideology that is killing this country's conscience, we are all going to be together no matter what the differences are. Differences are there. That is why the challenge is there. And that is why the BJP uses this opportunity to build a narrative. But that narrative is not really going to help them because everybody is going to come together. And that is why, that is the beauty. If there were no challenges, people would just call up, the leaders would just call up each other and say, okay, you contest from here, I'll contest from there. No, let's wait for the meeting which takes place in Himachal Pradesh, and things will become even clearer.
No, but Sujata, this is a good statement to make when it is about a message or an essay on unity. But, it cannot be a utopian idea. There has to be something that's coming out of the ground. I asked you simply, what is happening in the state of West Bengal? And even as we talk about this opposition unity, and just days after this big meeting in Patna, we are seeing these fissures. And that's why I'm having this debate, because Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury making a strong statement against Mamta Banerjee, against Trinamool Congress, saying Congress will never cease to fight TMC. How on earth are we even going to see some sort of a semblance in this opposition unity if there are two major political parties fighting each other?
I'll give you an example of the BJP to make you understand what is happening today with all these parties. Now, in the case of the BJP, they fought against Conrad Sangma in Meghalaya. They got only 2 seats. And what happened? They were accusing Conrad Sangma of nepotism, of corruption. But the moment they saw that he was going to form the government, Mr. Amit Shah picks up the phone and tells him, we are with you. We are going to be in the government. Why? Because you want to be in government. That is not our purpose. Then if you look at Akali Dal, TDP, and all the other parties which have left them, why have they left them? There are reasons for that. If you remember what happened with the JDU, because they understood the dangers that BJP stands for, that is to wipe out all the small parties. We are not thinking of that, right? We don't say BJP Mukta Bharat, but yes, it will be BJP Mukta Bharat, because the Janta will want it. And that is exactly in which direction we are going. So therefore, when you talk about opposition unity, these things are bound to happen.
Okay, let me rephrase my question. Let me rephrase my question. Ahead of 2024 elections, there was this sort of, attempt that was made by TMC. Mamata Banerjee, in fact, made this peace offering that when it is about the general elections, let the Congress actually fight from the areas and seats that are dominated by the Congress party where they have a stronghold. But when it is about the regional space, let's say in West Bengal, let the TMC, go into the forefront and the Congress take a back seat. Will you guys be united when it is about your fight against the Bharatiya Janata Party? Let TMC take the front seat and Congress being reduced to, the background. Is the Congress party ready for that? At least in West Bengal.
Not about, good question, but it's not about taking the front seat or the back seat. Right now, we are all together. We are at the same level. And if we are indeed the big brother, then it is our duty to get everybody together. And that, only a big brother with a large heart can do that. And we, like I said initially, we respect every single party. Why do you think this opposition unity has come into being today? Because everybody recognizes the fact that we need to come together and no opposition can be strong without the Congress party. So, it's talking about the third front failed. This is not a third front. This is a front which is against the BJP and the only front. So one must remember that we are together to fight them and we will fight them strongly. And
you said big brother. Let me actually, before I go to Anila Singh, let me bring Abbas Haider back. Abbas, do all the opposition parties really consider Congress to be the big brother in this grand alliance?
Don't misunderstand.
No. I think the opposition is strategizing a formula, and very soon we will be out with a formula. It's not about a big brother or a younger brother or something of that sort. It's about how all the opposition parties should together fight Bharatiya Janata Party, because people of the country, they are fed up with Bharatiya Janata Party. And I have another question from Anila ji before you get to her.
I have not yet started asking BJP anything because the ball is in your court right now.
In past 8 years. 23 allies of Bharatiya Janata Party have left NDA. Has any of the parties joined NDA in that period? This is my question, because as far as we know, even the allies of Bharatiya Janata Party, they know that Bharatiya Janata Party is losing ground everywhere across the country, and people of the country very well know this. That is why Bharatiya Janata Party is in a shared state of frustration, and we can.
Abbas, before Anila answers that question, allow me to ask you this, that even in the face of this grand opposition alliance, the meeting that happened in Patna, one of the major political players in Patna had gone back to the NDA fold, and about Jitan Ram Majhi. Why did that happen? Even as the Nitish Kumar administration is planning to stitch a grand alliance with all the opposition parties, he's not able to keep his own house in order. Should that question not be asked of the opposition parties?
No, it's not about keeping house in order. As we all know, this is a fight against the divisive policies of Bharatiya Janata Party. This is fight for the constitution, for the social justice. And all the parties who believe in such ideas, who believe in the idea of India, will definitely come together. And people who will not fight for this, for these ideas, for this thought, for this nation, will definitely join Bharatiya Janata Party. But as far as any potential party, any party which has got ground anywhere, I'm not talking about the one which has lost ground, which don't have ground even in their district, they are definitely going to leave Bharatiya Janata Party. This is the reality. You can get a reality check.
Why do I feel that when I started this debate, I was talking about this is not a moral science lecture, but everything that is being presented in the face of an argument by the opposition parties looks like a utopic statement. Now, on that note, I would like to bring in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Although the BJP should not really have a say on this opposition unity that we talk about. However, that is the party that the opposition is trying to fight. Anila Singh, what do you actually say about the fissures that we are talking about currently when it is about this bonhomie that opposition is trying to project?
My Ram Ram to everyone, and Griha, I think so. Neither I am surprised nor you are, because we very well knew that what will be the outcome of this meeting. It was a circus, it was a tamasha, and like everybody wanted, we have seen in our childhood tamasha when a Madari comes with his monkeys, and he says ki tamasha dikhao, main dugdugi bajata hu. So everybody wants to do that. सब डुगडुगी बजाना चाहते हैं और कोई भी तमाशा सोचते हैं कि हम जो हैं हम कहने पे नहीं चलेंगे. दिस इज द मेन थिंग. सो एवरीबडी इज अ बादशाह और शहजादा और राजा इन हिम और हरसेल्फ एंड दे ऑल वांट टू हैव देयर से. So too many cooks spoil the broth. So this is what we saw that day. So broth was totally spoiled. So smaller parties or the regional parties, they say that Congress, अब हम तुम्हारा साथ बिल्कुल भी नहीं लेने वाले हैं और हम अपने states में बहुत मजबूत हैं. And they start singing सास भी कभी बहू थी. When Congress says कि we are the biggest party, and if we talk about the seat share, we are we got 7.8% seat share in 2019. You all had very bad score. So see the tamasha. Saas doesn't wants to become the bahu wants the share. Nobody wants to become the monkey. Everybody wants to become the madari. So this
but
is
Anila, even as you say that,
Can I come in?
Yes, Monojit, I'll just give you the chance to respond.
I'm talking idioms. I'm talking on phrase. I am not naming.
No, I understand that, Anila. But even as you say that, the BJP has lost two important states in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka. So how are you making this sort of analogy that you're making against the Congress party, considering the Congress has termed victorious in those very states, defeating the BJP, whether it is Himachal or Karnataka, and there are other assembly elections to fight?
See, let us not compare the state elections with the general elections. If we talk about 2018, Bharatiya Janata Party was defeated in Karnataka, we got defeat in Rajasthan, we got defeat in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. 2019 elections, we got thumping majority. And if I talk about 2019 elections, on 224 seats, Bharatiya Janata Party got more than 50% of vote share.
And
on 21 seats, we got almost 50% vote share. So almost like how
Sujata, she didn't interfere you when you were speaking. Sujata, she did not interfere you when you were speaking. Let her make her point. Yes, I will come to you. Let Anila make her point, please.
This is the reality which I am showing. I'm showing you the mirror. This is the reality and it is better.
Okay, I'd let TMC and Congress now respond. Anila, 1 second. You've made your point. I would let Professor Monojit Mandal come in, and then I'll go to you, Sujata. Yes, Monojit, please.
Look at I mean, what we are fighting. Madam, can I even speak?
Anila, let Monojit speak. Anila, please let him make a point. Please.
Madam, this country is not your fiefdom. This
Monojit,
country is not your Jagir.
Yes, please go ahead.
We can also say that, kebab mein haddi, kis tarah ka aap keh rahe ho. We will not say this. Look at the analogy. Look at the level of arrogance on the part of these
Monojit, if you can please make your point rather than engaging with Anila Singh.
Can she even stop? Can she even stop?
All right. Anila, let Monojit make a point, please.
We have listened to your trash.
Anila, let him make a point, please. Otherwise, nobody will be able to hear you both. Monojit, please make your point.
Analogies. You are not aware of what you were talking about when you talk about Madari, Bandar and Sas Bahu. What kind of analogies are these? These are all, despicable analogies that you are bringing to describe your political opponent. Should we say
Let him complete his point. Let him complete his point.
What is this?
Let him complete his point.
This person doesn't know
Please,
on TV.
1 second.
I'll
not allow this. Monojit and Anila, you can't talk over one another. One person has to make a point, please.
Look at her.
Monojit, please complete your point. Please complete your point.
Not allow others to speak.
Okay, 1 second.
This is what we want to fight
Yes, she has stopped. She has stopped.
Priya, this is what we want to fight against together. That muddling of the voice of the opposition, muddling of democratic polity. You are talking about utopia. We are living in an anthropocentric dystopia at the moment. 15 lakh ka sapna dikhaya tha na, that was utopia. Now the people have realized the kind of dystopia that we are living in, created by a person called Mr. Narendra Modi and his policies.
Okay.
People are suffering on the street. People are looking for their jobs. Look at the price rise. Look at the economy. Look at the bank rates. Look at the LIC. I mean, what are you talking about? And on top of this,
Monojit, thank you for making a very pointed argument, because otherwise it was a very, very sort of a grand statement that opposition members were really making. At least topical issues should be discussed rather than making grand statements.
Which are destroying the country's economy, country's diversity, country's culture, And last but
Better
not
go
the
and
least,
study the
communal
facts.
peace,
Okay.
communal
Better go and
harmony.
study the facts.
That's what we want to fight against.
All right.
Talk about economy,
Sujata, please make your point. Anila, I'll come back to you.
Yes.
Anila, I'll come back to you.
That is why you are saying that economy is shattered.
Okay.
We are one of the
Anila, whatever you're saying will go in a din. Nobody will be able to hear you. Wait for your turn.
Look at her. Oh my
Anila,
God. She
ma'am.
won't stop. She won't stop. She I think is on automatic mode. You have to switch her off.
All
She
right,
won't stop.
one second.
She
Monaji,
is on
all
automatic
right.
mode.
Monaji,
As Miss Paul,
I'd request both Anila and
look at
Monaji
this.
to give
Look at this.
Sujata Paul a chance. Anila, ma'am, please, I would have to actually reduce your volume because you're speaking out of turn. I have not given you the chance to speak at the moment. Please wait for your turn, ma'am, because whatever you're saying, people are not able to hear. Sujata, please respond.
Yes, so this is the problem today that plagues the country, because you have a government which talks about Tula, Barat, Madari and whatnot, Bandar, Sasbahu and all that. But what are the main issues? The main issues are being digressed from completely. When Ma se Mehngai, the Prime Minister will not say, Ma se Manipur he will not talk about, C se China he will not talk about, and he will talk about everything else. So when the wrestlers of our country have been attacked the manner in which they have, when girls are under attack, when men are under attack, youth are under attack, there are no jobs, and you know what the government has come up with. So it is necessary for the country to come together at this point of time and fight these people who have a Bharat with a Tula. We are not talking about Bharat and Tula, we are talking about the issues of the country, because we worship people and they worship one man, that is Mr. Modi. So in a democracy, there will be diverse views. We will brainstorm with each other. We will have differing opinions on different things. But when it comes to saving the country, we will be together.
Okay. Sujata, what happened in the opposition meet? We did see that there was a press conference after your deliberations with all the opposition leaders who had attended in Patna. But there was a particular party that was conspicuous with its absence when it is about the press meet. Why did that happen?
Yes.
Why was Aam Aadmi Party not there?
Griya, very important question. And here I would like to mention that they themselves said that there were, 12 parties, out of which 11 parties were with us and one party was not with us. Isn't that what the Aam Aadmi Party said? But if that was the case, then it was, incumbent upon them to attend that press conference with 11 supporting and only one not making their stand clear, not even saying that we are going against you. So it really shows what the Aam Aadmi Party's character is and whether they are going to change their stand, and we'll have to wait and watch. We will give them a chance as well. And things will pan out in the coming days.
When you say you are going to give them a chance, what does that mean, Sujata? When you say that this chance will be given?
In a democracy. See, it's not about us giving a chance. It is democracy which is giving them a chance, because there are many parties and everybody wants that all the parties which are against the divisive ideology of Godse, RSS and BJP, that all of them come together. And that is why if the Aam Aadmi Party truly stands for the democracy and wants to save the constitution of the country, they will come on board and they will make their stand also clear as to which side they are on. It is a matter of which side you are on rather than, single issue or individual issues.
But don't you think, Sujata, Aam Aadmi Party is pretty much responding to how they were treated by the Congress Party, whether it is the Bharat Jodo Yatra, where there was a culmination of all the grand old parties and their senior leaders coming together in the form of an alliance with Rahul Gandhi. Aam Aadmi Party was not contacted or invited for that as far as the culmination of the Yatra is concerned. Do you think that feud is continuing, and this entire statement that's been made by senior Congress leaders like Mr. Ajay Maken today only talk about how daggers are drawn between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party? They're not seeing eye to eye. Apparently, there was a reference that was made by Arvind Kejriwal from that very meeting in Patna where he said that he had in fact requested Rahul Gandhi for tea. He did not get any response for that.
These are very small matters, and one must remember that in politics, nobody is a permanent enemy or a permanent friend. So again, I will repeat that whatever has happened in the past, that those are important things, and that is why this conversation is happening, or the kind of comments and remarks which are coming in. But ultimately, it will be seen by the country and its people as to who stands with Gandhi and who stands with Godse, and the Aam Aadmi Party should decide which side they want to be on, or whether they are going to pick on small petty issues.
All right, Abbas Haider, let me bring you in here. Before this meeting, the second leg of this meeting happens in Himachal Pradesh, another Congress ruled state that the meeting is going to happen. Is it a strategy? We would get to know later. But I'd like to understand what have been the pointers that have come out of day or the first part of this meeting in Patna that you guys are planning to take forward when that meeting again resumes in Himachal. And is Aam Aadmi Party or BRS for that matter going to be a part of that?
Griha, let me assure you that there was consensus on the most important issue that all these political parties will fight together Bharatiya Janata Party. That was the most important issue. As well as the strategy part is concerned, obviously we will not disclose it on television, but time will tell that how we will strategize it, and we are formulating a strategy. Second thing, yes, many other opposition parties will join hands with these parties. That is another reality. Now, even the organizer, which is the mouthpiece of Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh or the Bharatiya Janata Party, it has also realized. Bharatiya Janata Party, in a way, has also realized. It has the organizer has said that Hindutva and Prime Minister Modi is not enough to make Bharatiya Janata Party win 2024 election. So they know it well that they are going to lose 2024 election, and that is why all the parties have come together. Keeping aside their differences, keeping all the baggage away. The thing is, because Bharatiya Janata Party has befooled this country for past 9 years, being its fuel prices, when the fuel prices increased by 70 to 90%, where the crude oil prices have gone down. Where are 20 crore jobs? People of the country are asking. Unemployment rate has gone to 8.1% in April last to last month. See, this is what is happening. They have promised to give Pakka Makan to every citizen of this country by the end of 2022. Where are those Pakka Makan? 3.3 million children are malnourished in this country, which comprises half of the world malnourished children. 91 million people don't have basic water supply in this country. Where is 15 lakh rupees in bank account?
Right. So these are the issues. Anila Singh, let me bring you back in on this on this debate.
Anila, in the BJP rule,
what has happened on behalf of... All right. Abbas, I got your point. Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction, claims that this is a rebellion. It can't be termed as a rebellion, but he's equating this grand opposition unity to the rebellion of the Wagner Group against the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And he also goes on to say that this has rattled the ruling dispensation. How do you respond to that statement that has been made by Uddhav Thackeray and the Shiv Sena faction that he controls? And also the fact that the opposition on the issues that Abbas was mentioning, Sujata and Monojit are mentioning, are coming together on these pointed arguments against the ruling dispensation. How is the BJP planning to counter that? Because it is going to be a united force that are going to be talking about these issues that really matter to the public and the people of the country. They have begun with Manipur, which is the most topical. They're talking about how why not an all-party delegation be sent to Imphal. Why is the BJP staying away from responding to all of these questions by the opposition?
First of all, if we talk about Manipur,
yes,
government is very vigilant about it.
Yes.
Respected Home Minister has stationed there. He is totally in control of the situation, and I am not going to make any more statement on that.
Okay.
Secondly, if I talk about Mr. Thackeray, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, his brain has been hacked by Congress and Mr. Sharad Pawar's party. So he himself is not saying anything. It is being told to him. Then he says. So brain hack ho gaya unka. Thirdly, if I talk about this so-called opposition unity where Rahul Gandhi, Farzi Gandhi, I will say, because Miss.
No, when you talk about the brain hacking of Uddhav Thackeray, Anila, when you talk about the brain hacking of Uddhav Thackeray, I would just want to add to this point that Abbas was also making. They're talking about how there are various political parties that have severed ties with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Uddhav Thackeray faction becomes one of them. Till that entire feud was split wide open with the Shinde faction coming in support of the Bharatiya Janata Party. There will be more political parties who have severed ties with the Bharatiya Janata Party. How do you call that? How do you actually call that hacking of the brain? That is his ideology he's presenting. Yes, Monojit, 1 second.
Ideology. Shiv Sena had been for the major time. Shiv Sena had been with Bharatiya Janata Party.
All right.
Their
Okay.
ideology and our ideology is same.
All right.
That is why whenever they talk about Savarkar in very insulting way, Uddhav Thackeray's party always
But yet they are
responds.
coming together with the opposition, Anila. That is a reality.
He had been.
They are
he had
together
been
with
a
the Congress and NCP in Maharashtra.
Their ideology
Monojit,
and
quick point. You have 10
ideology
seconds. I really do not have any
No,
more
no.
time on the debate. 10 seconds.
I'd just like to ask my good friend from BJP one question. Please name the political party, apart from your own political party, with 2-digit opposition in the parliament. You are talking about opposition unity? We have at least number of political parties with 20, 30, 40, 50 MPs. You was one party, single party rule. That's hegemony. That's a preposterous thing for any country to happen. Especially a diverse country like India, where you have at least 20, 30 political
All right.
parties.
That
with
is a
some
legitimate
votes.
point to
You
make, and
are-
we will
this is
actually leave
hegemony.
that up
This is
for a
hegemony
debate
of
for
one
next time.
political party
Monojit,
that
thank
is
you so much for making that point. Sujata, I'm sorry I'd not be able to give you more time because I have completely run out of time on this debate. We leave that be, and let's see what really happens in Himachal Pradesh, where the second leg of this meeting, when it is about the grand opposition unity, will be held. Let's see if at all there is going to be a grand face that all the opposition parties are able to put up. On that note, I'm slipping into a very short break here on Viewpoint. But up next, the song Na Reddy from Tamil superstar Vijay's upcoming film Leo is under fire because in a complaint seeking legal action against Vijay, accusing him of promoting drug use is being levelled. Now, is the film industry once again a soft target for moral policing? Is the big debate that's coming up.